So we've had the start of Team of the Year with some Team of the Year icons, some honourable mentions, and the attackers. Now obviously most of them are going to be in the absolute top category, but there is been some very good start to Team of the Years, and this one probably takes the best of them. Not only just the fact that we've got some incredible players obviously coming in at monstrous prices as we already know, but having the evolutions that we got yesterday as well, from the Zidane that we'll kind of get into, the Team of the Year blueprint, even the prolific scorer, to be honest, isn't a terrible one, but definitely the blueprint and also the daily that we've had, the Team of the Year Evo star. We've got a very nice start to Team of the Year, and at least having somebody that looks like a Team of the Year, going up with a free playstyle pluses all the way to 90 is incredible. So that is already a big one for me. Now Zidane in himself, obviously, we're going to compare him. He's going to be an Evo because naturally that is the only place to put him in. And Acrobatic, it's one of them that, yes, we don't really need that playstyle plus, but they were never giving us a absolute broken Zidane for Team of the Year. But I still take a free card with the evolution over it any day of the week. And it's kind of brought into question of whether you should do KDB or not. And we'll kind of go into that because I've got mixed feelings about both. So obviously KDB, we'll put him there for the moment and we'll kind of go through him. So Zidane obviously is going to go straight into his Evo. I don't think anybody would not put him in there. He's got 4 levels to do and they are all relatively simple. Play 3, win 2. It's as simple as that with him. He goes from his 90 rated all the way to the 94 with obviously the pinged pass plus being added, which at least is something. May not be the incisive we need, but it's something for absolute free, and you've got yourself a 94. So if we were to go here, we can see the difference. We get 8 on the shooting, incredible. We get 2 on the passing, 2 on the dribbling, 4 defending, and also physical. He's already a 5-5, so that does make no difference. And obviously the roll pluses as well. He has 6 pluses, meaning he can be anywhere for you. The playmaker, shadow striker, half winger, classic 10, box-to-box playmaker, and half winger again in the cam or the centre mid. This card in general as a free card could be one of the best ones we've had. And the big question is there's like 3 comparisons that you've got to make here. You've obviously got the one that I really like this year, and I think it's joint best card. I think personally for me, for what we've got from this card, is incredible. The incisive on Bellingham is amazing. Then we have obviously the flashback De Bruyne. He's coming in a little bit more expensive, obviously coming in at 1.8. He is expensive. He's got the pinged pass and the incisive, which is incredible in itself. And the stats wise has been upgraded massively. All relatively around the same pace. Shooting wise, Zidane and KDB do take the cake. Zidane's the only one with a 5-5 as well. But the Bellingham and De Bruyne both have the incisive, which I think this year is massive. It's a huge playstyle plus, and personally, that would be the only thing that deters me from Zidane being a starter to maybe being the bench and you completing KDB. So then we've obviously got the passing and dribbling. All of them are pretty good. Obviously, De Bruyne and Zidane are just a little bit better than Bellingham in them areas because obviously that's the progression of the game. Defending and physical, to be fair, they're all around the same sort of level. There's no one that I'm like, yeah, he is way better at defending. They're all relatively the same. Now with KDB, if we go into his card specifically, because I think when you do look at him as a card on just on his own here, you forget the upgrades that we've got. The 1's on everything, but then the 8 defending, obviously having the big pace upgrade compared to his gold card is huge. Now, would you want to put 1.8 into him? Because we've got some SBCs coming. We've got obviously Salma coming now as an honourable mention. Going to be an incredible left wing if they get that right. Casillas obviously is there. Yap Stan's still there. We've got Ronaldinho. We've got Patrick. Plus many more to come. And all of the upgrades that we've got in general. So there is a lot to kind of go with this. And you've kind of figure out who you want to put the fodder into. Obviously then if we look, we've got obviously Yap Stam and the normal players. There's still a few players I would consider doing, like Gavi's definitely one to throw in. I'd say Isaac needs to be done. John Stones is an incredible player for future evolutions right now. They're not necessarily going to be crazy for your main team right now, but they could be in the future as a nice Evo with a double playstyle plus being added. Then also Guendouzi's another one I would go into. With the icons, obviously Jarzinho's another one, but There's always the arguments. Like, I think Ronaldinho's great. I would be more begrudged to put 2 mil into him when I've already done Vini's Player of the Month, like a lot of people. Then failing that, I've got 91 attacking Avalanche Rashford as well. So I'm kind of just strengthening a position I've already got crazy amounts for, and I could get him in an icon pack later. So as much as Ronaldinho is my favourite player of all time, I would happily miss this one because it's not got the double play style. Plus, the likely chance of him getting that anytime soon being 93, very, very slim. Patrick is definitely on the question. I really like him as a DM, and as I've got now a Zidane or potentially a De Bruyne that I could do, failing that, a Bellingham that's already in the team, I do need a more defensive player, so he could be one. At a million coins, I'd be considering. On the right-hand side, now we've got the Team of the Year blueprint. I'm probably not going to finish Jarzinho, and it's kind of why I didn't want to go for him straight away, being out so early on to Team of the Year. They kind of knew they were doing this blueprint, and as much as Jarzinho is still incredible, that blueprint is amazing of a value to have in your Team of the Year slot and not really have to be moved anytime soon. So I'd be questioning where to put people. I think Zidane is the Evo, and then he'd go up into a very usable card. I think De Bruyne probably puts himself into that mid. Even with the Team of the Years having a triple playstyle plus, that is an unbelievable card, to be real. And I get people not necessarily going for the Zidane upgrade and just, or not going for the De Bruyne upgrade and just sticking with Zidane to hold some fodder off. I think it is fair enough, but De Bruyne to me is that good. He truly is. Which then leads us to a lot of the players. I think it's quite obvious with the Team of the Year, they're all going to be here. Obviously, when we look at all of them in general, they are fantastic cards. Like when we look at the Vini, finesse shot, technical, quick step, incredible. Salah, finesse, rapid, trickster, kind of what we thought. I thought that would be what we got for Vini, to be honest. So we got one right. We knew they all would get finesse shot at some point. Whereas Mbappe got the power shot, the Trivela, and the rapid. I mean, it's Mbappe regardless. You don't even need it. We've been using the gold with quick step for so long, and he's still just incredible without a shooting play style plus. Smith will be unreal. Quick step, first touch, and power shot. We got Trivela, rapid, trickster, and technical trickster, press proven. James being the only one that I'd considered the lowest out of the three sides of each attackers, just from them playstyle plus. Now, stats-wise, I mean, they're going to be up there with the best of them, obviously. That is why they've got the triple playstyle plus. They're all in the 96 and above, which is just nice to see. And obviously, she's still coming in at a pretty high price at 2.4. She would be the first one, I think, as we progress after Team of the Year, to be dropping down into the very usable, and usable as we do progress. Hansen is always going to be very meta. Smith is always going to be very meta at this point. With the men's, I think they've smashed every single one. I'm surprised Salah's only 5.8, to be honest. I really thought that card would be more. Vini obviously 14, and Mbappe is obviously extinct. I mean, that was an easy one. We did also get some honourable mentions from the Summer of Football pack that we've got the objective for. We found out what that pack actually gave you. We also do have the loans from that as well, with Martinez, Rodri, and who's the other one? I can't even see them. Did we get another one? It's got new players. It will tell us. We got Rodri. Oh, and the other keeper, which, to be honest, how tall? 5'11". Probably not going to be used. Martinez is an interesting one. He is 6'5". I really didn't think that he was that tall, to be honest. 6'5". It's going to be more than enough. Again, probably. Unfortunately for him, he's one of the keepers I'm not necessarily truly excited for. He will go in net if I do manage to get him, obviously. Courtois would have to kind of step aside, but we'll try him out and see how good he is. The one thing I wasn't expecting from keepers is the double playstyle plus, which is going to be interesting at endgame. If they do progress, do they get to the 4? Because that will be very interesting in itself. And obviously for me, when it comes to the rush out, that is my favourite. Throw in the footwork. I mean, that's going to be the easy game changer that I really, really want to try out in general. But when we look at the honourables, they're kind of just there in my opinion. Like, we've got some nice, but only one playstyle plus on them is a little bit weak, if I'm being honest. I think they should have had double. And I get they don't want to go double just yet. They more than likely will give us an evolution for this, because obviously we haven't got many players with a double playstyle plus. So that would lower their values. But realistically, we got Johnston for the 89 right back with a whipped pass. It's a nice card. 3-star is going to let him down. We have Gurma, who's obviously got the bruiser, good pace, defending's good, standard to be honest. And then we have the Georgian striker with the first touch. Again, a nice striker. I think all of them are very usable, but they're not going to be that top meta by any shadow of imagination. For me anyway. I think the weak foot on obviously the Johnston's going to be a bit of a problem. And I don't really like the striker only having a 4-3 at this point anyway. So at this point, I think they're okay. I just don't think they're crazy. So whether I'm going to be quickly going to finish them is probably not going to happen. Then we obviously have got the icons. Henry with the finesse shot rapid. We got Pele with a quick step technical. Could have gave him a little bit better there. I think they really downplayed that. Pushgas with the first touch and power shot. Casillas, the SBC with a double. He's obviously got the footwork and then the... What is it? It's not diving saves. He is... only 289k as well. He's got the far reach and footwork. Now, for me personally, I really do like having the rush out. So he would be in very usable for me personally. I can imagine a lot of people will put him in the top. But I think the rush out for me is an absolute must on a keeper. That's why Martinez would definitely go in that top meta. At the very minimum without trying him yet until he's obviously out. Because I just need that. That's a playstyle plus that helps me massively. Obviously, then we've got Carfu with the Jockey and the Relentless. They could have done a little bit better for some of these, but I get with the Team of the Year icons, they're not like a Team of the Year upgrade. They will be upgraded again. We saw it with a lot of the Team of the Year icons last year. This is not like their biggest upgrade to then kind of keep going in the game. They could be upgraded in the next FUT birthday icons, for instance, and they could be better than their Team of the Year version. It's only the Team of the Year specific men and women cards that are going to be their best version until at least Team of the Season or potentially even footies, if they don't get Team of the Season, that is. So that's kind of the comparison you've got to make. We've got 2.1 coming in on Carfu. He's obviously going to be one of the best right backs you can get. Henry looks outrageous as always. He's got himself the 5.4, 5.6 mil as well. An incredible amount of playstyles. I think that's the kind of bit that we're kind of looking at here now, is they've got so much ability on them. Great stats as always. I mean, that is one of the top as we've seen. Pele, I want to say, was he about 7 mil? He might be even more. 7 mil still. Obviously got some good play styles. Quick step technical. You can kind of work it. It's going to be more of a striker than anything really. 4-star, 5-star. Incredible stats as we know. I mean, that one's quite an easy one to gauge where he's going to go. And then Pushgas finally with the upgrade. Gets himself the 4-4 rather than the 5-5 now. And again, good play styles, good stats. That's kind of going to be the running theme. The lowest out of them, and that's purely because of where they've put him. They could have put him into a CDM at this point, but 500k for Coleman, Deadball plus and Bruiser. It's not the greatest of him, being honest. He's going to be in the very usable for me, and it's as simple as that with them. We will update these as more come out. Hopefully the SBCs will kind of add some good value as well, and we'll kind of discuss as we get into the midfielders and see who comes out this week, as we'll keep them in this tier list and kind of keep updating it as the week goes by. And whether we get more honourables at some point, we'll add them into here as well. But that's so far what we're going. Let me know if you've managed to pack any. They are obviously incredible. We did get the lone Team of the Year Mbappe, and he's just ridiculous, genuinely ridiculous. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you for the next one. Peace.